Scott, I want to go back to this whole thing about who needs long-term care. We talked about the broke folks that they don't have any assets. The state's going to take care of them. We talked about the super wealthy people that have 5 or 6 million plus in liquid net worth. They can probably float this thing on their own. But I want you to think about the huge number of you guys out there that are listening to this that are somewhere in between. And you are kind of constrained in terms of how much money you've got. You don't have an endless supply of money. That money needs to be doing a lot of different things for you in retirement. Not only is it to fund your existence and all the expenses that you have, you probably have a spouse, and that money doesn't need to be siphoned away from the spouse to pay for your long-term care. What's he or she going to do when the limited amount of money that you've got coming in gets redirected to the nursing home or to home health care, or whatever the case may be? It always makes sense to have a buffer there that you can continue to support the loved one who is still at home and who still has expenses. The property tax bill is not going to change. The grocery bill probably not going to change a whole lot. The electric bill still going to be coming in every month. All of those things have to be taken care of. If you are draining those assets that you have in your retirement account and you're siphoning that income stream greatly over to the long-term care benefits that you need, then what happens at home? I think that's a huge question that a lot of people really need to think about as they consider how to address this issue.
And I think, John, it also highlights the need to do this, to make this decision on how to address long-term care if it is an insurance solution, not to be done in a vacuum, not to be done, hey, I just need a policy. Because when you talk about all those things, that revolves back to the discussion over comprehensive financial planning, or going through the ready-to-retire process and developing an income plan so that you know what the two people are living on.
Yes.
Maybe it is robust enough to say, let's say we've created a plan for someone for $10,000 a month in income, and if there's a long-term care event, one of them is going to need 7 of that, let's say.
Yes.
Well, they may not need to have coverage for the full $7,000. Maybe they only need partial coverage, an income stream from a policy that would give them $3,000 or $4,000. It can all be done as part of the comprehensive plan.
Our intent in looking at this is not to sell you the biggest, fattest long-term care policy with the biggest premium that you could possibly stomach. Our intent is to look at this situation with very clear eyes and say, what is it that you need to have happen if you have an event in your life that you need to spend money on care?